So it's another Friday night in Night City. Or maybe not even Friday. Anyway, before we start this, I'm really excited because I actually, yesterday was Megan McDuffie's birthday.
Oh, cool.
Ooh,
And
Felices.
she sent a little, like, hey, it's my birthday message. And I snatched up all of her recorded music on Bandcamp and wrote her this really sappy letter
Awesome.
saying that, hey, you're cool. Your music really inspired a lot of my little cyberpunk campaign, and you've been written in as a character, and do you mind if I use your background music? And she said, that's cool. I've actually been a cyberpunk character before.
Fucking awesome. That's cool.
Hey, that's cool.
Big shout out to Megan McDuffie, and when we post this video, we'll put the link to her Bandcamp thing in it.
I did it to the other one too, so we're
awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
She's awesome, and I actually am really excited to inject the music into it. But yes, so after your big night at the club, you had a lot of processing to do. I mean, you hung out with a up-and-coming star of Night City, met a reputed mafioso who lived up to every stereotype and imagination that you could have of someone of that ilk. Frank Venero. And then you all went home. You went to Steak and Shake, threw some food at your faces, and went about your lives. Megan contacts Shibu during the week and says, hey, I'm really excited. Some strings got pulled, and I got a spot for a video. And I wrote this song with Rico. And it's about you guys. So let's jump on this. Let's do this. I'm really pumped. And she comes over and meets you guys at the apartment. Which I will be switching us to as soon as I can find the map. All right, so Megan shows up. You guys are all gathered in someone's apartment. Derez or Havoc. Let's say we're in Havoc's apartment.
Please don't mind the mess.
So Megan shows up and says, "Wow, this is your place, huh?"
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's all right. I've seen a lot worse. You guys are doing all right for yourselves over here. So you own this place?
Totally.
Wow, real cool.
Pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah, not too shabby. I'm renting a one-room shack over by the piers, but rent's cheap and I got high ceilings.
Well, if you feel like you ever need more space, you can always come over.
Much appreciated. So, listen, are you guys really into doing this video? You guys are gonna love the song. Totally love the song. And
what are we what are we doing?
Well, so me and Shibu were just kind of, we were all just laughing about it at the club, but I worked on this melody that I'd started with Rico, and we kind of developed it, and he threw out some words and I threw out some words, and I got this really kicking tune going.
Yeah, right on. I got you. Okay, cool.
Chibu is actually, kind of like talking about getting into some music production stuff. So I figured this would be like awesome introduction all around.
Sweet.
Never been.
Definitely up.
Never. I've never done a music video, but
So I gotta ask, is Havoc bass jumping in this particular music video?
We can totally do a bass jump, but I'm going to have you guys like sign away indemnity waivers or something, because I'm not scraping your pancake ass up off the street.
Yeah,
Do we
now
take
fair
the
play.
clothes off for it?
I'm sorry?
Oh, wait. I'm thinking of another kind of video, maybe.
Well, anyway, thanks for trying to derail the DM.
Oh, Havoc. Hell
So-
yeah.
Here's the thing, though. You guys, no offense, but you guys could really use some new clothes, and I don't exactly have a wardrobe department, so we're gonna need to do some shopping.
oh yeah, I was wanting to do that. Fuck.
Suits me.
And I'm sorry.
That suits me. I'm filthy still. That's disgusting.
You got little pieces of blood on you still, Havoc. I see you there. Maybe. I think it might be dried and like little, crusted up in the corners.
I've washed
Oh.
those goddamn track pants so many times.
Oh, I'm
you have
sorry.
No idea. It won't
If
come
you guys
off.
really are sporting clothes that are still bloody, you're gonna get so many negatives. Your rolls. So many negatives.
It's been
You guys
so long.
need
but
You guys
staining
need to
works
carry
black
around
and
changing
red.
clothes like I do.
I know, Shibu.
Oh.
Shibu, we don't have a taxi. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm lucky.
Oh,
I,
right,
I,
you
I
don't-
carry
you don't
around a
have-
virtual life with me.
Having a mobile closet's pretty nice.
That's cool.
What do you want me to do? Like put a mobile clothing backpack on my back? That'd actually be pretty dope. Being like, oh, where you going?
I mean, I think by definition backpack. But yeah,
True. I guess you're right.
So we gonna bust into the mall and get some of the best threads in town, or are we gonna go somewhere really like uptown and
Okay,
don't
so
know.
that's the other part of what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Frank called me during the week, and
Oh yeah.
he
Well,
kind of made this offer that kind of really makes a lot of sense for me right now, but kind of scares the shit out of me at the same time.
what do you say?
So he has this villa over on Gibson Lane. It's by the Presidio. It's up where the rich people live, where the extremely, insanely, exorbitantly rich people live.
like someone called Kevin Sensky?
It's a good first name, Kevin. I like that.
I don't know Kevin Zemsky, but
No, don't worry. Sorry to interrupt you, love. I'm just, ignore me.
no problem. Yeah, so Frank basically made a point to say that we could shoot the video there and that he kind of wanted you guys there specifically on purpose. So whatever you guys said to him the other night at the club really
Well, the man did say he was a dancer back in his day, and maybe he just wants maybe he wants just a cool music video because he saw the moves. I don't know, but yeah, why does it make you suspicious? Or not suspicious? I guess worried. Words, right, guys? Words. They.
Oh, yeah. don't look at me. I'm probably still trying to log in somewhere. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Listen,
Yeah,
like I grew up in '60, and Frank was big shit in the neighborhood when I was a baby. I don't know, like I know him, but I don't know him. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
it just seems like the last year or two, as my career has started, happening, that I seem to be crossing paths with him more and more. And then, the Hound opened up, and of course I'm going to go over there. And it turns out like Frank's sitting there from day one. And so I just assumed that it was something that
Guys,
he owned or bought, or
hold
I
on.
don't know how this shit happens, you
what
know?
what did we sorry. What did we say to him again? Specifically, I'm having a little trouble.
So we told him that we were looking into this shit with some motherfuckers trying to gentrify this area. I think that's the word, isn't it? And that we had some respect for his position. Of course, he's a retired businessman, air brackets. But, we thought it a good idea to run it past him and see, first of all, whether he knew about it, whether or not he ought to know about it, and, just paying our due respects. And he kind of sort of talked, like, not in code, but, saying stuff as a way that, like, we were to take it almost like the opposite of what he was actually telling us.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
We did say we wanted to work for him. At least I said that. But I mean,
we did. So maybe this is a test. Yeah. I mean, if he did talk in code like last time, and he's not going to tell us now, I don't know.
But Megan, you saying you think he's a bit of a creepy old fucker who's trying to don't repeat what I'm saying, of course, but he's trying to crack onto you or something. Being blunt, because that's the only way I am. It's the DM.
I think he cut out.
Very sorry, my mic boom was up.
No, really good.
Okay.
Totally ruins the effect of my dramatic moment when you can't hear it. No, Frank's not a creep. Not at all. He, that shit about him being from the neighborhood and actually giving a shit about it, that's for real. But, like I told you, like, this is straight up mafia. This isn't, this isn't the holovids. This isn't the movies. This isn't
I have a question for you.
make believe. This is the real shit.
What are we supposed to do if we don't take it? It looks suspicious. If we take it, it looks, I guess, I mean, we're messing with fire, right? Basically. And if we're messing with fire both ways. We've already told him what we know. What if he's testing us of what we know? It's a test. If we mean, fuck.
Listen, I know what you're saying about playing with fire.
Listen, I played with fire before, and it's not fun. It's burnt me many times.
Well, because, I mean, I feel like every time I accept some kindness of Frank's, that it gets put down in a ledger somewhere.
You don't want him to Sinatra you. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I grew up in '60. This is my home. But you know what? My home has a leaky roof, power that we stole from 4 blocks away. I have to order water twice a week so that I can make sure that I can take a shower. I mean, there's a better life out there, and I want that. So,
Fuck it, let's do it. I mean, it's a music video. Let's just have fun and just be on the guard, even more so.
Let's just say this: it's not a music video. It is a day in the life of Night City's #1 looking Monster Squad with the coolest up and coming star of the
Boom.
things.
There.
Boom.
Yeah,
And that's
there.
where we're at.
You got it, Highlander. Megan, I think we're all good.
All right.
Just
So-
a question: we are all going strapped, aren't we?
How are you? You guys doing good though? I know it's been a little under the weather, but Shibu, Havoc, guys doing okay?
Yeah.
I'm doing okay.
It's good. Highlander, I know you're doing okay.
Yeah. Always.
Miz,
Yeah, I guess I'm doing pretty good.
that's good. I mean, that's all we can. That's all we can get. Guess. My head hurts.
All right. Well, you guys are gonna shit chrome when you see this place because it's gorgeous.
Fuck
But
yeah, man.
let's go shopping.
Woo!
So, yeah, you go to the mall.
I gotta. Okay.
You head over to the. What is the name of that mall? The mall at Chavez. It's early Friday night. It's just after sundown. There are milling crowds about, as one would expect. Don't have a map set up per se for the mall, but whoa, that's really loud. Yeah, you're at the mall.
Music's still being played with the yeah. Go. I can hear it now.
Sweet.
So you're at the mall.
So what's the vibe we're looking for? I mean, if we're going to have to get dressed up for this, are we still looking like we are ready to blitz the place? Or are we,
Yeah. What's the plot of this music video? Am I what have I, are we space aliens, frogs?
fucking love it, space aliens.
Well, I kind of wanted to brainstorm that idea with you. I mean, I've got the song, but it's really kind of open. It could be. You don't. It's not a straight narrative story.
I got you.
So
well,
you guys
I'm
dress
getting
up
a
like you
suit
and
a
give me
bunch
some.
of golden chains.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, just the thought that maybe that's we're missing a trick on that. I mean, if it's about us, then maybe you want to see us, having Shibuya power slide through the combat zone with us rattling off a few shots. Obviously, the edge of a combat zone, we wouldn't get fucked on the way to wherever we're going. And then at the end of it, the end of the video, we slide into this, super top-notch Presidio highfalutin apartment place, complex, whatever the fuck it is. And yeah, hey, this is we live on a street and we enjoy the high life too. That's how we roll. Is that what you're thinking?
I don't know, Shibu. What do you think?
I also like flower print. It's cool.
Hawaiian shirt time. So.
I mean, what area of Night City driving through is gonna look the best on camera?
Totally driving through Presidio neighborhoods would be
Right.
tight and hyper. There's, at Gibson, we're pretty close to the the bridge that's almost exactly like the Golden Gate Bridge. if this were San Francisco, but since it's technically not San Francisco, if you guys go to your map 2, where's my share button? Obnoxiously long link, but the villa is marked on the upper left side of the map, in the Sea Cliff neighborhood. So you've got the Sea Cliffs of Night City, the backdrop of the Golden Gate Bridge 2 in the background. All the fancy houses. It's like our little Hollywood area. El Camino del Mar, Legion of Honor Drive. The Vista del Mar area is like kind of your Sunset Boulevard. Point Lobos Ave. So yeah, we could totally drive around all there.
How about since we're at the mall, how about we just split up and start shopping? I mean, we're getting clothes or whatnot.
I have an idea. Would you guys be interested in like some bioluminescent type jewelry or like eyepieces? Pieces.
Eyepieces? You got eyeballs?
No, but like
a thing I
goes
wanted
around your eye.
Oh, got you.
Had Shibu.
in the Cyberpunk 20, the old one, there's an item called light tattoos. In that video, there's a spot where it goes into like black light, and the character
Right when
has
she's
a
in the
bunch-
subway and she's,
Oh shit!
yeah.
Essentially, is there a way to get light tattoos that sometimes aren't showing, and
Absolutely.
then sometimes, yeah,
Absolutely.
Ooh, with like white
they're all
tattoos.
controlled by like a basically thought-powered mimetic layer
Dope.
sunk into the skin.
Hold on,
Okay, yeah,
Shibu, you're talking about what? They glow on your skin?
yeah, light
You got it.
tattoos.
I want a light tattoo. Well, that's one check on our list. We should all have one. Oh my god, I have an idea. We should.
You guys can go off into totally separate directions, 5 different stores,
Okay.
get whatever you want.
Okay.
Clothing items, you can afford it. We'll figure out
Okay.
if it's $100 or a couple $100 and hand wave it for now.
Okay.
Anything extremely expensive, talk to me first and we'll figure it out. I know,
Okay.
Highlander, you wanted a deck. Honestly, your cyber deck right now is about the best you can afford.
Yeah, no, I know that. I'm saving up. That's okay.
For you to jump to the next level is going to require a pretty good size of pocket change. And again, like I said, because the full rule set isn't released, a lot of it's going to be kind of vague prognostication on what the involved mechanics for decks are.
Yeah, that's okay. And I mean, I'm mostly looking at the possibility of going with something internalized rather than having to look at it around.
Right on.
And have it stripped off from me, that kind of shit. But the only thing I'm really interested in tonight is buying tonight is maybe like some kind of shirt that does like holographic. Like I don't know if you've seen that where there's some like artwork. I'm trying to find it with characters who've got like a holographic shirt, holographic clothing. It's not really, so they can change what it looks like, and it's kind of there, it's kind of not there. And he's just going to have this,
like the Gibson suits.
Yeah.
From 2020.
Yeah, exactly.
Suits. Yeah.
Something like that, but just on the top half, because he's not going to change out his kilt. So, but that up top to just sell the sort of image change, the high tech shit, and maybe some flashy glasses that are scrolling with data, that kind of shit. I'm a geeky nerdy net runner. I don't know.
Right on. Yeah. Regular clothing, you guys can afford whatever it is you want. Go
Cool.
out and get it.
Cool.
And then have an idea. Like anything specific that you've been thinking about, tell me now. Otherwise, if it comes up in the video and you got a chance to...
Yeah, also tech hair so that my hair can change colors.
Okay. Tech hair is going to be, I think, is that counted as an actual cybernetic?
Yeah. I think.
That I think would be more of a process.
Yeah, you have to get it like installed.
Yeah, I mean it's like
Okay, I'll look into it.
like an outpatient procedure kind of thing, but
That'd be dope. I'm guessing it would be like kind of like hair transplant, like to or like
I can
taking
spend this time getting the tattoo, and then I'll get the tech hair.
Cool.
Like during time or something.
okay.
I want to get little blue cylindrical like neon lights and thread them like on the edges of my jacket. Also have them as earrings, and then I'm gonna make like a eyepiece that goes over my right eye, like, and it kind of goes around with like metal and then those blue lights.
Ooh, I want a bright blue nail polish or something like that, or tattooing. Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah, so Miz is going for the Tron look, and I like it.
I put a picture in the Discord of like kind of what I am going for, minus my black leggings and a darker shade of shorts, but I want to go pretty much floral with my my character.
Shorts?
Yeah, shorts with underneath is black leggings.
Okay. So you're doing Hawaiian print for the shorts and the shirt, and then black leggings underneath?
The shorts, no, the shorts are kind of like a dark burgundy with some floral accents to it.
So like board shorts?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I like it.
Kind of like a cyclist a little bit, but with a little flair with the flower print. And then my hair is put up in a bun, and I have that little Superman curl. Ooh, the Superman curl! I want blue streaks. I have streaks in it, colors. I like that.
I fucking love it. And Shibuya, yes, you can get. It's like a half hour for you to get.
Are
Cyber hair.
tattoos done by like machines now?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, you could basically put. You go into a tattoo parlor. You can basically. It's like almost like a vending machine. You can put your design in, and a tech comes up and preps your skin and does the hair shaving and everything.
Hey guys,
and
go on.
Kind of adjust the equipment to make sure that this mechanical arm doesn't just push its way completely through your body.
Hey guys, we should get a tattoo together. One.
You can do hair too. You can go ahead and get cyber hair. It seems like it does not incur any actual surgery like other stuff. So.
Okay.
Cool.
Then I want some cyber hair in the front with my little Superman curls, so I can change colors or whatever. It's dope. I like that.
I will say the one penalty, it'll take about a half hour or so for you to go to the sculpt salon, and you can get this all done in one place. They can work on your tattoo while they're doing your hair.
Cool.
But you won't have full fine-tune control for at least a week.
Fine-tune control. Okay.
fine-tune control, meaning that they calibrate these things to go off of basically reading the electrical impulses generated around your temples
Gotcha. Okay.
to control them.
Okay. Cool.
People with that have had these implants for a very long time can control them with a remarkable degree of accuracy. Those who have not had them very long tend to think, all right, I want my hair blue. And they should probably get blue 8 times out of 10.
Yeah.
But it might turn plaid for some reason.
Awesome.
If you know, you got to.
Yeah.
It takes a little while to learn how to focus.
I like that negative.
So can I just set it to like purple in the shop, right?
Oh yeah,
then-
they totally set you up with the color you want right away.
Okay. But after that, it
Just,
takes
you know,
time.
You got to work on. It's a system.
Okay.
It takes some getting used to.
Cool. Oh, also, I want on one of my left ear, I'll have a circular earring. Not too big and not too small, but just right. I like that. There we go.
Okay. And any particular design in the earring?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm now thinking about it. It's gonna go up, the side. So it's gonna have a circle, a triangle, a square, and a circle. Basically, the PlayStation.
That is so deep and yet so good. Okay.
I love
Highlander
it.
is
It's
going.
awesome.
Let me note this all down. Highlander is going for a hollow shirt.
Yeah. And probably some new face paint. I
Okay.
didn't think there's much else I can do with my face, so.
Megan, she's having a good time with this. She takes you to the Mac counter, gets some good foundation and a few other things, and really glams you up. For a moment there, you almost look like Bowie in his Ziggy Stardust years. And then she's like, okay, I like the shirt. It'll look really good on cam. But honestly, she kind of winces as she looks at your kilt. Do you think maybe we could update that?
Oh, maybe. But you think I can spin one up that looks the same?
She grabs your hand and drags you to a custom tailor shop, and she has him pull down all the plaid, anything remotely geometric and colorful that he has in stock, and he actually comes up with a plaid that might not be your precise tartan, but is at least passably in the same color scheme.
It's just Stuart. It's one of the most common tartans there are. He's gonna have it. It's gonna look like something that most people wear as a rug or something. It's not
Well, that would of course be very self-evident to you, but these fabrics, these fabrics are woven by poor underfed Guatemalan industrial machine complexes.
Okay.
Who may not have the insight into the Northern European culture of which you speak.
Better not tell them what a haggis is. Then I'll go with it, but I'm not getting rid of the family kilt. That'll be something I've got to tuck away. So that's that. I'll wear that until it drops off me.
Okay, so
But
she
not
she negotiates with the tailor, who's just a very sweet old Chinese man, to basically copy the tattered Stuart kilt that you're wearing and remake it in the new fabric. And she whispers something into his ear before he goes off into his machine shop. Because clothes are made in machine shops nowadays, of course. He comes back out with one, and it's a really good approximation. It's got some hollow threads woven into the tasselry and whatnot, and it it's a definitely a good rendition of the kilt. It's got nice pleats, shows off your legs wonderfully.
Huh.
Yeah.
Probably need to get newer boots as well, but they're probably a bit outdated. Dean, that's fine. That's great. Thank you very much, Megan. I'm not hearing you if you're talking.
No, I was just writing down
Sorry.
what people are getting sorted with clothing.
I go over
Havoc,
to... Oh, yeah, go on.
were you indulging in some new duds?
Fuck yeah.
I love it.
Here's my shopping list. First,
Uh-oh.
gold
You got a
lapel,
whole list.
golden accent respirator, gold chains, as many as I can buy, and a big fuck.
Fucking yes, dude! I love it! Yes!
Right on.
That is badass. As many as I can buy.
I got at least 1,000 credits. I'm willing to spend all of them just to look cool.
Oh my god, I love it.
Oh, fucking dope.
Do you think they sell golden revolvers at the gun shop?
That
Okay.
tattoo is dope.
I love it. Shibu, I would say this is your first tattoo. So they get kind of like the head and the face. They do like the head and the face for you wherever you want it on your body, and it's a semi-permanent, meaning it's fully functional as a light tattoo now, and in a week or two it'll degrade and be reabsorbed into your body, and this is like the starter. You can get it done at a much nicer place with full awesome detail later
Yeah, we'll
on.
do that later. Yeah.
Because if you're talking full body, that's going to be more than a half-hour session.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have a sleeve that took, a total of like 20-something hours or whatever. So.
Right on. I love it, though. And actually, I kind of want that tattoo now. Havoc, the thing with gold, I don't know if you had a chance to look at the little handout I made a couple days ago. I kind of figured out some questions about the greater game economy. Yes, you can get anything gold-plated, chromed up, looking so fine, and Fifth Avenue. It's not real gold. Real gold, actual real gold jewelry, is such a rarity now that it is remarkable for its existence alone if it's real gold.
Are you telling me it's basically like 2000s era, like those shopping mall like plazas with the with the chains and stuff, like the fake gold and shit?
The kiosks.
The kiosks, yeah. Oh shit, yes.
Back to the closest kiosk.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't matter because gold still looks like shiny.
Yeah.
If it looks good in the cameras, I'm set.
Yeah, and it's totally a thing with fashion too. Everyone wears gold and metallics. Because fucking gold metallics, why wouldn't you?
With the light tattoo, I want to get a light tattoo, but my hands, where the blades are, it's geometric, like a light tattoo, kind of like a henna tattoo almost.
You got it. Let me finish writing down Havoc's.
You can turn it off. Turn it off.
Gold is still the king of bling.
I can picture him in my head perfectly. It's awesome. I love it. Also, the dragon tattoo is...
You all... the dragon face on her stomach, and then the rest would wrap around her body. Cool. Do you usually bear the midriff
Yeah,
so that people can see the dragon?
exactly.
Yeah.
Don't make me pull out the rest of the dragon.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Havoc, your energy was missed.
I love it, man.
So yeah, you all meet Megan's approval during your shopping montage. And she's like, "You guys are lunatics. I fucking love it. Let's go to the villa."
Our montage be of us like running in and out of stores like Scooby Doo with a shot just on the center hallway.
Oh, it absolutely is.
That's how I pictured it when you said montage.
It absolutely is.
Fantastic. I just want to establish it.
No, there's going to be, there'll be a few quick cuts, but it's really going to tell the story. There'll be the scenes of Highlander going in and out of the dressing room, trying on 500 different combinations of ridiculous gear, and eventually ending up with newer versions of his current gear, which is how those always go. But he looks great.
Do you want us to spawn?
I am. Let me see if I did a good job. All right. Can you guys see the?
Oh, awesome. Romeo, turn the music down a little bit more. Just a smidgen.
Roger.
Thank you. Yeah, perfect. Yes. Oh, that's awesome.
It's looking dope.
Put it down more.
Okay, so you guys pull up. First off, if you saw where the Gibson Road Villa was on the map, you'd be impressed with its location. It's a pretty long drive, even through evening traffic, to get up here. And so it's maybe 9-ish at night. And you are definitely in the glitziest part of Night City. You make the final turn down Lincoln Boulevard, driving away from the bridge onto Boley Street and on Gibson Road. And this is remarkable because of its seclusion. You've passed, row after row after row of mansion, just mansion after mansion after
God,
mansion.
this is
and now
bougie as shit, man.
Oh, but now you're on a road that is all just sculpted greenery. It's landscaping. It's the natural beauty of Night City. And you make it down Gibson Road just to this like kind of cluster of mansions at the end of the road. And Megan's like, "Yeah, this is the place. Did I not tell you guys would shit chrome?" All of this is one property. And she kind of waves around as you get out of the cab and see there's a cluster of buildings a couple 100 meters to your left, and a cluster of buildings behind you a couple 100 meters, and a cluster of buildings across the cul-de-sac, the little roundabout at the end. It's an enormous property. You pull up, there's a recent model Bugatti AV parked on the lawn. Looks like it landed recently. Really nice white BMW in the a little further up the drive. And shortly after you arrive, Megan's crew pulls in. She's got a couple friends with her. This guy's Jacob Pierce. That's her camera guy. And this is Azu Kujek. Don't blame me, it's Roll20 names. That's her sound and style BFF. They're old pals.
Okay.
And before you stay in this enormous, gorgeous villa, a couple of guys you recognize as bouncers from the club. I'll kind of wear the same look on their face. And at the entrance stands Frank Venero. And a woman who comes out to greet you guys. Hi guys, welcome to the villa. Come on, Frank's been telling me all about you. Megan, I've heard your songs. They're fantastic, I'm a really big fan.
Oh no, my character. So hold on.
Sorry, there's a. I'm realizing logistics of moving around a map with Baker kind of a pain in the ass.
There we go. Cool.
This woman
Sorry.
stands in front of you. She's tall, stunning. If she's not a model, she should be.
Okay.
And Shibu. Give human perception check.
Yeah.
Great.
I think we might be groups, still groups. Can we?
Yeah, I had to pop my guy back in.
Oh, how do I do?
Right click and then
Oh.
advanced ungroup, I think it is.
Will it work if I do each one individually?
I think once you do one, so if you just
Once
select
I
a
do
bit,
one, it'll
yeah,
take
yeah,
the
there you
rest.
go. You've done me. I think so. Yeah.
Question: is it robot-y for anyone? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
for
audio's a
me.
little
Okay,
sometimes.
all right, that's fine.
There I was trying to put on a delayed robot accent. Didn't work.
Okay.
What are we all giving them perception?
Shibu, you notice Megan kind of. Megan doesn't know this woman and was not expecting to be introduced to this person. She has no idea who this person is. And she's not impressed. But she smiles and gestures you all follow her inside. And Frank is there at the entrance.
I like that helper.
Yeah.
He's just working on some landscaping.
How you doing, sir? I like your landscaping. You do a good job.
Hola, gracias. Welcome, friends. I'm glad you were able to come out and take part in this. It means a great deal to Megan, and I'm overjoyed that we can have a little fun out here at the villa.
Of course, Mr. Valero. Anything for Megan.
All right, why don't we bring you guys inside? We'll give you the nickel tour, as they used to say. Lori, if you wouldn't mind showing our guests around. So Lori brings you all inside. Apparently Havoc's lounging on the bed already. She
Miz
was rifling through the closet.
Miz is going to the wardrobe. Oh man.
Ah, just seen the wet bar. Excellent.
And yeah, Lori DeWoody leads you through this palatial villa. I mean, seriously, to put it in scale, the size of the second bedroom is the size of your apartment, Havoc and D-Res.
Yeah.
This is proper mansion.
This is it's a nice place. Holy, this place is huge. Guys, look at the size of my. Well, the living room is the size of my apartment. Yeah, this is crazy. Just walking around, looking at it.
Yes, I do enjoy coming out here to relax. It's a quiet retreat that offers some solitude in Night City. It belongs to a friend of mine who's been gracious enough to offer it as hosting for Megan's video. And I thought it was a wonderful idea that I'd pass on to Megan as an appreciation for what she's been doing to put the Pink Hound on the map in the Night City nightlife.
Are all those cars outside yours?
Gorgeous
Oh
cars.
no, I'm actually fond of the BMW. That's my personal ride. But
Nice.
Yeah, the Bugatti's nice. It's nice blue. Beautiful.
Are there two Mrs.?
There is, yeah. Yeah, there's one in the wardrobe and the one that I'm controlling in the living room. And then Havoc.
Oh.
Havoc, it was in the master bathroom, but...
Oh, right. Cancel, wait. I think what I need to do is set it so that you can control Mrs.'s character as well.
Yeah, I have this one right here that I'm controlling that and moving around. She's dancing around the living room. But, yeah. Okay, cool.
Oh, no. Oh, this is freaking me out now.
There's two of them! Just delete one of them. D-Rez thinks he sees a phantom of Miz. Shit! Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Damn. Sorry,
Okay.
Miz. It's just you. I thought I saw double of you.
Okay. So you walk in. There's a couple of security at the door. You all notice that there are your stereotypical, they're dressed as you would expect private personal security detail to be. So the house is gorgeous and breathtaking, and all of that in a bag of chips. Please, friends, have a seat. Can I offer you some something to drink, or some hors d'oeuvres, perhaps?
Sure, I could go for something to eat.
I love hors d'oeuvres. Those are delicious.
What?
I like apps.
Ups and zerts.
Apps and desserts are delicious. Sit down with Miz.
Frank nods at Lori, and she goes to speak to the kitchen help. So this property actually has a longer resume than most of our Holovid actors these days. It's appeared in productions dating back, I believe, to the 1970s, if I'm correct with that little tidbit of history. So, aside from Megan here, there's you guys are in the presence of great stars tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Valero. I appreciate it.
Does the property have a name? Like, I don't know if you're familiar with Graceland from the 1950s, but like, call it anything?
Oh yeah, it wasn't that what's that face? What's his name? Back in the early 90s, 1900. 19th
He had
century.
that awesome hair, swinging hips.
Elvis.
Yeah.
Elvis Presley is a cultural icon that has transcended time and place, of course. Unfortunately, this property makes no similar claim. It's merely the villa on Gibson Road. But I'm sure you all will recognize some of the unforgettable views which this place can offer.
Sure.
There's a nice place. Shoot, how many rooms are in here?
Oh, I forget myself. I tend to lose count as I generally only occupy one at a time.
Oh man. Hey Megan, where are we setting up? I'm guessing not the living room, but I guess wherever the lighting is.
Megan, at that moment, Lori returns with some kitchen staff bearing trays of champagne in tall flutes, and it looks like actual grown food.
Oh.
Like there's actual leafy greens in the canapes. Some really nice stuff.
Don't mind
Megan,
if
forgive me for not introducing you sooner, but Laurie here is an acquaintance of mine, and she has expressed a great fondness for your music and a desire to take part in the production. I assured her that you wouldn't mind, but of course, if you would, you merely have to tell me. And Megan looks around, kind of being awkwardly put on the spot as Lori returns with kitchen staff and canapes. She stammers, yeah, of course, why not? Totally, Frank. Listen, you don't know how much we appreciate you letting us do that here, like, especially since we don't have a budget and anything. This is... Seriously, thank you. I do appreciate it. And yes, Lori, you're welcome to hop right in. The more the merrier, right? Lori smiles. Megan's disinterest not going unnoticed, and says, why don't we take a look at the backyard? There's some amazing views of the cliffs out onto the bay and the bridge and everything that, I don't know, I was just kind of spitballing as a maybe establishing shot. And
Yeah.
she asks Megan and company to go out and look at the back. The waitstaff passes around their trays of drinks and canapes to you guys, and Frank says, They'll be a minute taking care of that. Please, why don't you have a seat? If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to ask you all to stay here for a moment, and I'm curious, Mr. Mitchell, if you would mind accompanying me for a private word in the study.
Sure, Mr. Valera. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. I'll follow you.
He stands up, buttons his coat, gestures his arm forward, and nods to the waitstaff, and brings you into here. And Drez, if you could drop down into conference room.
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Waves you into this office that is just as classic as it gets. There are literally priceless works of art scattered around in careless disarray in the place. He gestures for a seat in front of the desk. Goes around and stands behind it. Forgive my sudden formality, but there's a certain importance with this, with which this discussion will have. Please have a seat. And as you sit, the doors behind you close, and you can hear the electronic whir of security bolts being thrown. The windows close, covers descend down from the window casing over them. Solid covers. These aren't blinds, these are bulletproof shields. And Frank's just sitting there for a moment. Takes out a cigarette.
Drez
I'm sorry, not a cigarette.
Drez is definitely a little freaked out right now. Just with all like... That's what I'm picturing, just...
Frank's calmly taking a cigar out of a humidor on the desk, punching a hole in the end.
Mr.
Wetting the shoulder, charring the foot.
Mr.
Yes,
Valero?
Mr. Mitchell. Go ahead.
No, I apologize. Go ahead.
So tell me, Mr. Mitchell, you get headaches?
Sometimes.
Sleepless nights?
How did you know?
Blackouts? Any substance abuse problems?
A little bit.
He's just staring at you.
What does this entail, Mr. Valero? I'm rather confused of the situation.
You're rather confused. You really don't get it.
Drez, a little bewildered. Sir?
Doesn't it strike you as odd that,
No, go on, sir.
I've seen it all before. Usually young kids, mostly men, antagonistic relationship with their own memories. I've seen the tech before back in the 90s, then again in the 20s. Didn't work then and it doesn't work now. It's still fucked. You can't rewire people like you can a computer, kid.
I'm sorry. I'm not following. What are you saying?
I'm saying it takes all the time and pressure the world can bring to bear in a lifetime to create a person. And there's no formula to get the same thing twice.
Drez sits down, kind of bewildered a little bit. Why are we in this office?
You look worried, kid. What's the matter?
Drez looks down as he's talking, as he's looking down. I think I know what this. Do you know my parents?
No, kid, I'm sorry, I don't.
I have this recurring dream of burnt hair, flesh, burning flesh, and screams. It's just looking down at the ground. People screaming. Limbs, blood, gore, choppers, machine guns. Just naming off just random words now.
At this, Frank stands up and he's looking at you seriously now. Not sternly or angrily, but he's lost that that kind of mask of a smile that he had. He walks around the desk and he stands right in front of you.
Really? D-Rez looks up.
That's usually the first crack in the egg, kid. You're somebody's toy. You're that little tin soldier, D-Rez. Somebody made you and has been pulling your strings.
Hold on. Bewildered and taken aback, pushing back the chair. Hold on. What are you saying? Holding his head, like kind of. You're telling me someone's pulling. I'm a toy?
Kid, they've been dancing those strings real light and delicate, nudging you into position. One of these times, though, those strings are going to give a yank so hard, you're not even going to remember that moment when your soul got ripped out. You understand what I'm telling you, son?
D-Rez is like hyperventilating. Who did this? Hold on. Who am I? What? How do you know this?
Kid, I did a few tours back when we had a U.S. military, before it was Militech. I was in SOCAM, in the South American conflicts, and I spent some time in operations. And they've been trying to churn out little zombies like you for all of my lifetime, and will probably keep doing it till it kills them all in the end.
So what
One thing they'll never get through their heads is people are fucking people before they're anything else.
D-Rez is out of the chair, like kind of back and kind of like just bewildered and kind of freaked out. So what are you telling me? Hold on. So what are you saying? So I'm not me? Are you saying I'm some?
You remember coming to Night City?
Okay, kind of goes blank. Yeah, on the on a bus.
You showed up 6 months ago here with a deed to a property that had been entered in the city database.
Hold on,
2
wait.
days prior.
He keeps on backing. Hold on, wait a second. I'm trying to, and he keeps on trying to think. No, that's not it. I was here on the bus, and as you go on,
He grabs your head
uh-huh.
in his hands, which are like an iron vice. And he shakes your face. He's like, you showed up here 2 days after Havoc registered his property in the proper name, claiming the same property. That raised some questions. If we hadn't been looking at that property at the same time, we would have missed it. Nobody would have noticed. You're a bloodhound. I don't know who your keeper is. Maybe I can help you find out, kid. I don't know what your real name is. I don't know where the fuck you come from. I got some ideas. But I'll tell you one thing for certain.
Schlum's back in the
You
chair.
got a kill switch in your head. Number 1. And yeah, it's just like in the movies. When your handler gets tired of you, you go outside of the operation, off the reservation entirely. You just have an aneurysm and fall in your bathroom. When you showed up at the club the other night, we scanned you. It looks like they're not loading you up with chrome like they used to. but you do have some very delicate and very dicey wetware in you. Some of it I can extract. Probably most of it, the important part, I'm pretty sure I can. But one thing I can do right now. He lets go of your head, walks back around to the other side of the desk. It looks like he reaches underneath the front and presses a button. All of a sudden, the room is lit with bright green traceries of lasers emitting from parallel locations in the ceiling. Like these 6 beams shoot down and kind of, it looks like they're going through a focusing routine, and they all settle on you. He says, "Don't be alarmed, just stand very still. We're having a quick scan of you."
Starts darting around his head.
And the lights dance around, do a couple of passes, very CGI style. Yeah. And Frank presses the top of his desk, and a flat screen folds out of the top. Well, rotates out. He says, "Yeah, I saw this back in the Sovoil conflict. Something the Russians specialize in. On my scanners, you have a transmitter that tripped. It's a very weak device planted at the base of your spine. Generally paired to an adjacent device. It sends out small burst signals. It's very limited in the information that it sends. I imagine there's something that you carry around with you all the time, like an agent or a belt or a pair of shoes or something like that."
Start darting around to my person, and I'm like, after a while, it hits me. Fuck. Miz has my shit. What is it? The watch.
Right. So this transmitter is implanted in you, sends out occasional bursts to your handling device, and does a little phone home. Lets the farmer know that his flock is all out in the field and doing all right. When that gets interrupted, they will have a standby routine. The kill switch doesn't show up. It's probably bioneuralware. Something that's not going to show up on scanners. And this is when he just kind of leans forward on the desk and lets you soak that all in for a moment. So, I know that's quite a lot of information to unpack, but I'm sure you'll be fine. It gives you that kind of that smile that says, "You're Red Riding Hood and I'm the big bad wolf."
Fuck. Does anybody else know? It's kind of just looking down at the floor right now.
To be honest with you, kid, I didn't know myself until I got you here, and I was sure. But that's my best guess, and I'm very seldom wrong.
Mr. Valero, and I just look up. What do I need to do to get this out of my? It's just kind of taken aback.
Well, like I said, I don't know what your real name is or where you come from, and I'll be honest with you, kid. I can't imagine the ending of that story to be anything other than you're really nobody from nowhere. This is something the government's been doing for a while. Different operators have been doing, like I said, for years. And it never turns out well. You've been recruited from someplace that no one will miss. You've been given a set of operational parameters, and
He starts checking
when
around
you
for like a port when you say that. Like parameters. What am the fuck am I, a robot? Starts checking around his back or his head.
that's the problem, kid. This is why it always goes wrong. You're not a robot. You're a person. Somewhere in there is the person that you used to be. And they did their best to wash it over, rewrite it, reorder it. But it always starts coming through. But anyway, you showed up and you immediately got on my radar. And that's where they fucked up. That's where they made their first mistake. Now, let's go rejoin the others. And get this party started, shall we?
He gets yeah. Party started. Yeah, kind of like absentmindedly just walks with you.
Oh, one more thing before you go. And he pulls out and hands you this. Can you see it?
I do see it.
He flips it out. It's a really nice automatic knife. Ejects the blade, spins it around in his hand rather dexterously. Does a few kind of demonstrative swipes in front of you and hands it to you hilt first and says, this is all I can give you for now. Consider it a gift. It's got a scrambler in it. It should do a decent job of suppressing any radio signal broadcast in a very short proximity to you at all times. Until we can figure out what your phone home is. You said this Ms. person had your agent?
Yeah, Ms. She was trying to fix it. We thought it was broken at the time.
It's most likely in there, but this should, for all intents and purposes, keep you offline to them until such time as we can figure out how to proceed further. Don't lose it.
I look at it. I'm just like, still a little bit. Yeah, thank you. I'll keep it on my person. That always. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Valera. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure, kid. Now let's go out and join the others, shall we?
He did a great sketch.
Cool.
You know how rights and stuff are. They're privileges, and it was just spot on. Anyway, I think we're back in business.
Yeah, you turn around and see Mr. Venero and D-Rez coming out of the study. D-Rez, how do you look?
I'm trailing off. I'm definitely in space thinking. I have something in my hand that I'm just holding on to. It's green, metal, but I just go sit down, not really say anything.
And what kind of response does his return get from the four of you?
I think you see all of us kind of like
Help me.
chit-chatting, and then we all just stop, right?
Yeah.
I'm just
You're
standing.
not having any of my deep fried pizza, man, but they're coming with drinks soon.
Oh, hey, yeah, hi there. Yeah, drinks, yeah. Yeah, give me 1 sec. Yeah, I need a drink. And I go off and try to grab a drink. Or can I have a drink?
They're not come back with a trolley yet.
Well, they definitely need to start pacing around. Yeah, and sit back down. Yeah, okay. What are we doing?
So, what have you just been doing?
You know what? I'm not too sure myself. So I just laugh very very nervously. We're okay though. I'm okay. Let's let's do this music video, Highlander. Let's do this, and I'll talk to you guys. Again, stares out the space. I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, Frank Venero is just kind of standing at the corner of the living room watching this all play out with the shit-eating grin on his face.
D-Rez just is still spacing out.
Please, friends, have a seat and enjoy. I've asked you all here very specifically. We've been curious about your friend D-Rez here. He's kind of pulling a Dorothy from Oz on us. It's a name we used to give this operation back in the war.
Like, get up. I don't even know what the fuck. Fuck. Starts pacing around.
What are you talking about?
He looks at Havoc and says, didn't anything about this guy showing up ring any alarm bells with you?
I could tell you something. I don't like beating around the bush, so get to the point.
The drinks have got. Where the fucking drinks at? I need a fucking drink.
I hand him my mimosa.
I just grab it, and just chug it.
Well, it's like this, kids. You, appearances to the contrary, or whatever you might believe, Rex was doing me a small favor, let's say, when he put you all together. See, something has been happening in this neighborhood. Something strange, and something quite a bit larger than we had first anticipated.
Okay. What is it?
Well, if we knew that, then we wouldn't have to go through this extended song and dance routine now, would we? That's just the problem. We don't know exactly what it is.
But we know I'm a fucking puppet. As I'm drinking, just me getting twirled around with the fucking strings.
Well,
Is that why you're Dorothy? Who's Dorothy?
Yeah, who is
I'll give
fucking
you the long
Dorothy?
and the short of it, since you younger kids possibly don't understand my arcane pop culture references. Your friend here has a screw loose very deep in his head.
Yeah, that's
Courtesy
one.
most likely of some very misguided corporate or government experimentation.
What?
He's been brainwashed very indelicately.
Yeah, who's my name? D-Rez? Charleston Mitchell? Come on now. Why didn't I see that?
Manchurian.
Candidate? Yeah, I don't know. I look at Havoc. I'm like, the fuck if I know, man. I just keep on drinking the mimosa.
Honestly, it's unlikely.
You mean someone's tried to hack his brain? Fucking A.
Well, someone has hacked his brain. But,
I stopped drinking. Miz, you got that? My agent?
Do you want some metafen?
I'll pass.
Oh my goodness, D-Rez, your agent. There was something really weird that I found in your agent. I can't explain what it is. I didn't seek help for it yet, but this could be a clue. I hand him his agent, and it's already opened up, pointing to that weird piece we found.
And what's that piece in there? What does it look like again?
It looks like, you're kind of vaguely familiar with the guts of an agent. It's basically a circuit board and a couple little things and a battery. And this just looks like it has one little extra Well, it's all kind of burned up now, actually, right, Miz? Did you get that message?
I didn't get that message, Romeo. Sorry.
Oh fuck. Well, Mr. Valeris.
That might be why some of this isn't getting everyone involved. Okay, so if no one did, please check your private messages.
I'm gonna hear a oh.
Anyway, Ms. pulls out of her bag the pieces of your agent.
I look down and I'm like, what the fuck did you do?
It's basically wrapped up in a napkin and as a bundle of parts that are slightly scorched.
I'm dead. That's it. I'm dead. So anytime, I'm just gonna flop on the floor like a fish. So take it easy, guys. It was nice knowing you.
Listen, it's not all dire as that. The idea of a Manchurian candidate is a very good one, Mr. Stewart, but honestly, those models are far more advanced than this. This boy just seems to be an unlucky experiment, but the pertinent part is that he showed up here claiming ownership of the same property that Mr. Shen had previously. We did some fact-checking on the documents, and it appears that Mr. Mitchell's here were the counterfeits. So we've been keeping an eye on him. The truth of the matter is that over the last year, no less than 14 organizations have started investing a preposterous amount of money in this area. And nobody's talking. It's very unclear what the motive is, but it is very clear and very apparent by this point the direction of their search. Fortunately, it takes someone as old as I am to remember a couple of wars ago. I think they're looking for the Arasaka substructure. Arasaka was always rumored to have some big designs in the works. And in the past few years, we've come across information that leads us to believe that they had an extensive underground facility around their tower. Now, as you know, our city suffered extraordinary damages during the last war. And with some earthquakes and tectonic activity, et cetera, yada, 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 much of the city's infrastructure was damaged. I believe they're trying to find entrance to Arasaka's facilities for something that is there.
Okay.
I started looking at, I'm like, okay, hold on, wait. I'm like, I don't know if this is my parents work for Arasaka, and I'm like, I'm trying to rack my brain and trying to hold on to that thought. And I lose it. I think I don't
know what they did for Arasaka?
I sit down on the couch. And yeah, I'm trying to rack my brain even more, and I start bleeding out of my nose like a nose drip. A party?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I can't.
Why don't you just sit down for a little bit. Come here.
They sit down with Havoc. My brain. I'm pretty much. I can't comprehend.
Okay, now I put him into a lock hold. I'm gonna sleeper hold him.
Can't
Sorry. That was out of character.
That was good.
Are you really putting him in a sleeper hold?
That'd be good.
I'm thinking about it, but no.
I mean, I'm not telling you no.
Yeah.
If he starts bleeding even more.
No, yeah, I'm
So-
just bleeding out the one by like a nose strip.
So
I'm
this
like,
brainwash
fuck.
and stuff. Is it tech? Is it like some? Have you got some cyber implant, or is it just they've been like stuffing you with the wrong drugs?
That's what I thought, and I started looking around in my head and poking it. There's no port, so I don't know what the fuck they were doing, man. I just
Wireless.
They,
You have a port. You have a port somewhere else.
in my experience, they've used a variety of methods, but most of them all revolving around the same core regimen of either years of intense conditioning or a fast and dirty job, which, frankly, and he looks at D-Rez rather disapprovingly. Frankly, it looks like he was.
shit.
My guess, he's some gutter punk they picked up off the street, slapped him in a facility, gave him 6 to 10 weeks of intense rewipe, and sent him out here.
Fuck. I start walking around and start twirling the knife that you got me in my hand just for shits and gigs.
Um,
Is he gonna go cyber psycho or what?
well, eventually, he will. Hopefully, you kids can at least be of use until such time. But I will warn you all now that my only advice for when he does eventually snap is that you put him down, and you put him down fast, and you put him down completely before he can do a
D-Rez, like a dog, yeah.
great
just
deal of damage.
Yeah, great deal of damage. Just put me in the back of the garbage and done deal.
He looks at you, D-Rez, and says, "Hey, nothing personal, kid."
Yeah. Okay.
D-Rez, this
I
might
do-
be the last and only banana you ever had.
I start
Can I give him some of my banana sandwich?
I start twirling my my knife, and I'm like, hold on, wait. He did say I had some chance. He gave me this knife that counteracts, well, whatever their signals that they're pulling. I just need to make sure that I have this.
Stabbing in the brain.
Yeah, I start twirling. I guess you stab it in my head if I start freaking out. Maybe the electronics will go into my brain. I don't know.
Like an EpiPen.
Like an EpiPen, yeah.
It's got to be technological, right? It's got to be something in there. However they put it in there,
I think,
unless you've like relayed your whole synaptics or whatever it is, the meat stuff.
Mr.
It's gotta be
Villo,
cyber-
what did you say it was? It was called, what the hell am I called? A bloodhound? Apparently they have something in my brain that they've planted where it should, kill switch is when I'm no longer needed. And I basically flop on the floor.
He looks at Highlander and Miz. It says, yes, he's the only discrete implant that we could find with a thorough scan, is nestled under his brainstem. It's a small device, less than a quarter of a centimeter, that emits a very weak signal. To be used with a companion device, which he gestures at Miz holding the napkin with the remains of D-Rez's agent in it. It's most likely that was the actual transmitting device that would update the home office with his whereabouts and disposition of his vital statistics.
I start, what's the watch? What's the manufacturer? Like, what's the manufacturer again on the watch?
Watch or the agent?
The agent, I'm sorry.
Okay, I was gonna.
I know, the watch I think is an agent.
Actually, it's like a blank agent. There's like no signs of any company name, any company logos. I found it really weird to be that blank. It's almost like untraceable, a burner type agent.
Well,
Like I said, they think they're very clever people, but their bag of tricks it's always the same. And Frank has a clear look of disgust on his face. But anyway, again, friends, as I told you previously, let us all step back and look at the bigger picture. So what we've got here is an extraordinary interest in this area, but it's not for whatever reasons you are thinking. There is something under the city that is growing, that we need to find it before anyone else does. I figure that's our only and best option.
Growing.
Growing.
Forgive my purple prose. I did not mean that in like the Cthulian sense.
Okay. I was like, oh shit.
I shouldn't have had that on the bump.
Sorry.
12 eyes coming at us.
Okay.
No, there's a greater mystery afoot. How's that?
Okay. It's a.
At any rate, I had I asked Rex to put together some operators that could be discreet and fly under the radar. This is something that I'm not involved in directly, of course. This, and he gestures around, this is just a friendly meeting between acquaintances, of course. But I certainly have a personal interest to see how this story plays out in the end, as I'm sure you all may be intrigued as well. What I suggest is that we position you to get to the bottom of this mystery. If you're all agreeable to this, then I'll be very frank with you. It may prove very deleterious to your health.
Obviously, me. I mean, I'm on the edge here, guys. I don't even know who the fuck I am, man.
Well, Mr. Venero, would you be like? I'm not really one that would be able to afford my own health care per se. Like, would you have any, connections into that regard to, help us get through this?
Of course, and I very much appreciate your pragmatism, Miss.
Sure.
He looks around. As I said, the value of friendship in Night City is very important to me on a very personal level, and I tend to be very appreciative of friends. And remember debts that are owed.
These things always go both ways. Shit. We're talking about something that could really seriously fuck up the people who live in Night City, aren't we? Just getting real for a second.
DRS is just pacing
Levels his
back.
eyes at you and says, "Kid, I'll level with you. Something this big is international. We've got Jap corps in here. We've got Russians. Oh, by the way, those Suka Chablotniks that you iced over on what was it, Carpenter Ave?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. The fact that you're all still alive is a token of my appreciation. We did not know about that operation. I'm sorry, Harrison Lane. These filthy Russian scum have been coming into the neighborhood a lot more recently. I don't like the Russians. I don't like them here. And I don't like them bringing drugs into my neighborhood.
Adira stops. What are they doing? What are they? Are there more places around here like that?
The Russians love to use drugs and sex to get to the end of their story. It's if you ask me, it's a real weakness in their character. That being said, the ones you ran into are doing a whole lot of nothing right now. They're in the morgue. people in the police department let us know that the location was cleaned up the very next morning and taken over by an internal affairs department. Which, add that to your list of things that is out of the ordinary. The property had recently been purchased by
Can I get
Omnium Biotech.
Can I get another drink, please?
Help yourself, son. The cart's right there.
Grab another one.
At any rate, I, for one, am not going to shed a tear over some dead Russians.
Hold on my glass. True.
But at any rate, that's the state of the world, kids. I know this is a lot of shit to throw in your laps. All of you used to be on the fringes, from what I understand, talking to Rex. Well, now you're riding on the edge. You kids like dancing? Like I saw last week?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, it's good
Brain
you got
dancing
new
claw
clothes.
back.
It's good you got some new clothes, because, consider this your invitation to the senior fucking prom. And, he kind of jiggles his glass. The ice cubes give a satisfying chink. He says, "Oh, listen, one more thing. I would appreciate you not bringing any of the hell you will undoubtedly incur around Megan. She's I have a certain fondness for her, and wish nothing but the best and her safety. Am I understood?"
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like crystal.
Yeah, for sure.
Wonderful. Then it sounds like we are all in agreement and of the same mind.
Yeah.
I'm pacing around.
That's wonderful. Now, please, feel free to enjoy the facilities and usage of the villa. I myself have to attend to some social visits I had planned for the day. If you'll excuse me, I trust you'll have a wonderful video, and I can't wait to see it playing on the holovids.
Yeah, thanks.
Right.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Mr. Valero.
All right, you
Yeah.
kids take care now.
Thanks for the ultimate doom that you just posed into my life. Have a nice day.
And Frank Venero shouts out the back door. Lori, you take care now. Please enjoy. Megan, thank you again. I'm not gonna get in the way of your creative impulses. I'll be leaving now. All right, take care. Bye bye. And Frank goes off.
Erez, man. Just the first thing to say. I'm not putting you down. Okay, we're gonna find a way to fix you.
How the fuck are we gonna do that?
Sure.
Okay,
I
guys.
don't know now, and let's be honest, I haven't got the faintest fucking clue. But I'm not going to give up and say it can't be done. It's something we just have to look into.
D-Rez is
That's
just
not
pacing.
starting now.
Yeah, for sure.
You're
I
not
want
alone
to
in
help
it.
too, D-Rez. Yeah.
You're not
Maybe we
alone in
can
this
help.
chamber.
I just need to hold
Monster
on.
Squad.
I just need to hold on to this knife. I can't lose this knife. He just keeps on pacing around, thinking, like, flipping around the knife. Frank said, "I need this knife. If I let go of it, if I lose it, then I'm fucked." I gotta. Okay, I need another drink. I grab another drink off the cart.
So why is it so important, Chimba?
Yeah, I'm drinking. Frank said that it had counteracts the signal, so they don't pull the kill switch. So I'm okay.
It's a small area, basically a cell jammer. It scrambles, blocks incoming signals in a personal area proximity. And it's a very fancy knife.
Yeah, I still twirling it. Listen, I I know that I won't do anything. I know D-Rez is very he's out of his elements. He's in his own head right now.
I can understand that, Chamber.
He sits back down.
Does anyone actually have a clue what the fuck we've just been told, that there's something brewing under the city? I mean, like what?
I'm thinking of like, okay, detrimental to your health. Like, thinking of either like really powerful signals that could be going our body if we go check things out. I'm thinking of remember those old freaking fossil fuels and stuff like that? Like, I know those were really bad for you, but I don't know, I'm just kind of racking my brain here what it could be.
Something nuclear. Oh.
Radioactive.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's, I mean, well, Arasaka, what were they? Nerve gases and shit. And,
Shibi, do you have some sugar? I need some sugar.
I mean, it could be anything from, nerve gas or fucking any kind of toxin you can think of. I mean, there could be also some really, really nasty shit there.
I go to the guys. I'll be right back. I need to go to the bathroom. I start walking to wherever the bathroom.
Yeah, we're 2 hours and 15 in.
Okay.
So let's take a 10-minute bio break.
Okay, cool.
And finish out the last hour.
Did you say that because my character was going to the bathroom?
Oh, were you just doing that?
I was, I love it. That's awesome. Okay, 10 minutes. I'll be happy then.
So yeah, Frank just came out, dropped a atom bomb on you all, and split.
Dearest is in the bathroom, washing up, just staring at the the mirror, kind of reflecting and time taking back in. And after a while, he goes back down and sits back with the others, I guess, for a little bit.
I'm gonna take out a cloth I have and hand it to Havoc and say, "You better clean that up. This guy's gonna help us out, and he says he doesn't forget things."
Did you spill a drink?
Hey,
Go ahead, Havoc. What are you cleaning up?
Nothing.
Havoc gets down.
guys,
Do you want a light? It's alcohol. You can burn it up, can you?
As he's wiping up and cleaning, D-Rez, guys, I know I haven't been, God, I don't think I've had myself truthfully, but, I need to tell you guys something. D-Rez sits down, Cloak gets everyone in. Frank is right. I haven't been truthful. Well, I guess I don't know how I got here, but from my memories, I have this reoccurring dream, and D-Rez takes a drink. Sweat is starting to or down his brow, kind of shaking with the glass. I have this reoccurring dream over and over and over again in my head, with my parents. Everything you've told me. My parents worked at Osaka, and I start holding my hand up to my head. They were throwing a party for a group of people. Kind of shakes his head, and the one thing that sticks to my head the most is the screams and the blood and the gore and the house on fire. Almost every night, I wake up with someone hitting me in the head with their boot, and that's it. Over and over. He takes another swig. Over again. I don't know what's. I look up. He's tearing up at this moment. I don't know what's real, and I don't know what's not real. Kind of chuckles very panically.
You can hear Havoc from under the couch cleaning up spilled poached eggs.
Fucking yes. Oh, I love it. Diaz looks over, like tearing up. I'm like, he's he's even more in a distraught of like, where the fuck am I?
Diaz, not to get all philosophical on you here, man, but look, Jimmy, none of us know who the fuck we are. We make who we are day in and day out by what we do. So, it's who you are is not your memories. It's what you do right now.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. Yeah, he just shakes his head. Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah. Just I guess the part of me dying is a little. I mean, no one who wants to die, even though,
You want to live forever?
I mean, not forever, but somewhere in between would be nice.
Well, I've never met the man that lived forever, so hey, look, we'll do what we can to stop it happening to you, Jimba. But anytime we go out in the street, like, we might run into some shit that we can't handle, and that's it. End of this story.
Yeah. We'll figure it out, and kind of just shakes it off, kind of wipe the tears a little bit, but yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. I mean, anything you need, Tuba, you just let us know.
He just kind of sips his drink and kind of staring off. He's still thinking, but he's pretty quiet now.
If you want to get out of this whole situation, just dip. We can ditch it and run, or if you want us to go and go in hard and fast and try and sort it out, and that's we're with you.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Holds his drink pretty close. It seems like that's the only way to find out the truth. I don't. Yeah, and he kind of shakes his head. Yeah. No. As long as I have this knife, we're okay. What kind of gets back to the top of the hand. Okay, what are we? So what are we doing? What's going on?
Well,
no need to worry about me. I think I'm okay. I think.
You see, we need some time, don't we? We need to first of all see. I mean, are we just gonna swallow every single thing that we've been told as if it's true?
True.
I'd quite like to have a poke around the network here and see,
Did I see anything coming from the bathroom to the living room? Anything?
What kind of anything are you looking
What
for?
I guess what Havoc was saying. Did I see any ports or anything like that to jack in?
It looks to be a very, although this property is quite old,
Yeah.
it looks to have incorporated any of the modern conveniences you can think of. There's a hollow projector in the ceiling in this room for, one would assume, watching movie night.
Yeah.
There are various home automation controls apparent throughout the house.
Talking. Where's Megan? I know Frank just walked out, but where are they? I know they've. Did they step out in the patio?
Yeah, they're still out on the lawn here, looking around and talking about how they can film it and such.
How about
It's only been a few minutes. It's
Okay.
like since they left, Frank took you into the room for. I tried to keep it at 5 minutes. It ended up being closer to like 8.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
But
So
yeah,
guys,
it was literally a 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes since Frank had Lori take everyone out back and did his little deal with you guys.
Okay. Let's just do this music video and get out of here. And then
wait. Can you guys like run interference for me? Just make sure that like none of the staff come in, so I can just check the network here. I mean, I think we all were
yeah.
talking about that being.
Yeah.
And also, Shibuya had a fantastic idea because this is a very wealthy house, and I don't know about the rest of you, but I kind of think it's a bit sick. So Shibuya had a plan, and I think we should carry through it. And I'm sorry that you don't know what it is, Dearest, and you've just been hit by a fucking meteorite. And we're with you on that, but there's some other shit that we stand for too, and I think we should be doing that. So I'd like to check I'd like to scan the area for where a place I could jack in, and maybe Shibuya can get on with her side of that plan, and then if I can get in, we can do what we talked about.
Sure.
Yeah, we can do that. I don't know, that's fine. I'm down. Yeah. We're okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So tell me your plan.
Shibuya, yeah, it was your idea, so
So
DM,
you really
check
want
your
to push
messages.
that button?
fuck yeah.
Okay.
You only live once, Chamber.
DM, check your messages real quick.
To
Yeah.
whisper to me in like
Yeah.
I'll generally try to have the Roll20 screen open.
Okay, I'll do it through
Uh,
then.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Just a whisper is /W and then start typing
Oh!
cola,
Okay.
and it'll bring down a little drop-down menu, and you can select the character you want
Okay.
to whisper to.
Awesome, thank you.
And that's,
Did not know that. That's good information.
so if you need me to look at whatchamacallit, Discord or anything, you can do that.
Okay, gotcha.
Roger.
So what are we, we're pressing a button?
It's Shibuya's
Well,
plan.
that was a metaphor.
Set it off, my children. I think it's the line. Shall I see if I can jack in here? Because that would be a big part of our plan.
Sure, go for it.
Okay.
Sure. You can pull out your deck and give me an interface roll.
Okay. I'm not doing it till everyone else is like distracting the staff and stuff because it's a bit obvious. And we've got these security guys. So is there something you can do? I want to find a place where I can't be seen and they can give me heads up.
I go over to like where the waiter. Can I have another drink? I just wanted. Those were very good. I enjoyed those.
Yeah.
So there I go off. What was in them? Some guava,
Okay.
passion fruit.
The service staff have been very discreet, and you couldn't imagine them not being discreet around someone like Mr. Venero.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so hit my interface.
Okay. You fire up your deck, and yes, immediately the glowing blue tracery of the outline of the property comes into your view, and you see several active nodes. And a big decidedly blank area appears as you look over your right shoulder. The library where Frank brought Drez to his little conference. Everywhere else in the network, you basically see the wireframe outline of the property, except for this one room that is, it looks just like a cube mass of gray, digital gray that is phased slightly out of focus, and it almost hurts your eyes to be looking at it in your augmented view of the local network here.
Okay.
Additionally, you see the trunk wires connecting the other properties that are scattered around that honestly aren't important for this part of the story, just as a shorthand. But you can tell that this whole property is on its own little local. It's got its own little LAN going on. The nearest port that you would check into is actually right behind you in the wall to the left of the sofa, where it appears the wall-mounted holovid controls are for the entertainment system. Correct.
Okay. Can they see me through that? Is that a French door there, or isn't that a sliding door?
Yeah, that's a big glass sliding door, and these guys just seem to be standing there looking out into the lawn. No one has paid you guys much attention. No one is actively looking at you or spying, but these guys are definitely standing post at their locations.
Move over, would you, Havoc? I need to, take a seat there. And could someone do me a favor and stand here, please?
Yeah, I'll
Thanks.
stand there.
Thanks.
Okay. I'll move.
As subtly as I can, I want to slip a wire in and connect to the node. Jack in.
Yeah. You got it. You're in.
Okay. I'll run Pathfinder, please.
Okay. So what you see is, again, the layout of the villa is much like a wireframe view of the architectural plan. And aside from the study with that disturbingly out of focus gray box, you see the entertainment system. There's some stuff in the family room. Personal terminals in the bedrooms. It's almost set up like a high-class hotel would be, for example. Again, all the modern amenities. Nothing that to your eye looks particularly nefarious.
So it's all about what's going on in the library.
Yeah. There is a... Okay, so all of this that you're seeing is open network, and when you kind of shift your consciousness over to the, for example, to the any of the terminals in the bedroom or the AV controls for the entertainment center,
Yeah.
they all appear and guest account accessed, and they display the variety of the services that they can provide to you. So you look at the controls for the AV room, and it shows you the list of the current hits and the last things that were watched, and it's all just trashy HBO movies and Netflix Tiger King shit.
Is there any tie-in to the vehicles? Are they plugged into the network at all?
You note that the vehicles, you see that they have their own internal independent networks that are not connected to the house, and they seem to be ordinary vehicle networks that you're familiar with. The large SUV has a level 1 security. The Mercedes in the garage has a level 3 security. The BMW has a level 3 security that both appear to be, the standard factory installed options. Frank took off in the Bugatti AV.
Okay.
Of course you would.
You also note the red minivan is a rental, and Shibu's cab.
Okay. I'm just thinking whether or not it's worth trying to. So, is there any outside line to to social media or whatever? Because we're thinking about a message,
Okay.
and we'd quite like to be able to send it anonymously.
Okay. What message do you want to send, and to whom?
Shibuya, I'm all ears.
Well, first, how perceptive have I been on how comfortable Megan is in this house?
Give me a roll.
Okay.
Human perception if you have it, or just straight empathy. Yeah, Megan seems... She was a little weirded out by meeting this Lori woman. Other than that, she's seems really excited about hanging out here. I mean, this is a palace. You guys live in squalor in the ghetto on the edges of
which is what kind of where that leads into this. Can I send her a text message?
Sure.
Can I?
I mean, she's like 60 feet away from you.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
don't want. Can I just send doesn't every good music video need extras? Question mark. And then emojis.
She responds with, yeah, what are you thinking?
I say we get as many of the kids from our area up here as possible.
Right on.
Mansion party.
Hell yeah.
I don't think we should be the only people from our side of town that get to see what this is like.
Right on. Megan comes in all excited, holding her agent, reading the messages, and says, "Oh my God, are you thinking what I'm thinking?"
Totally.
Seriously? I could make some calls. We could have Sucker Punch Saturday in the Presidio this week.
Oh,
Oh shit!
Hell yeah.
And I'm just before I jack out, I'm gonna hack this so we can use all like the local network and run the sound systems all together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Havoc. I'm sorry, not Havoc. Highlander. As you're
Yeah.
sitting in the network doing your little snoopy snoop, aside from the big gray area of the office,
Yeah.
basically what you arrive at is that you've been offered free access of all the house's complimentary services, as though all the rights and privileges that a guest would. You can use the entertainment systems, you can access the data terminals and everything in there. Behind that, there are not any apparent. There's no gun turrets, there's no bank vault, there's no stuff going on. When you try to get a closer look at the grayed out room, it's just nothing. It's like you start to move toward it and you blink your eyes and all of a sudden you're looking at the AV controls for the living room again. It teases you as a particularly enticing problem, but one which you don't even know how to begin to approach.
That might be easier to do from inside the library, of course, but
Okay.
I think we want to set off this. We want to set it off with this, Sucker Punch Saturday in the Presidio, and actually run it like that first. And once we got that going, then it gives us a chance to snoop around with some cover.
I walk back in. Ladies, thank you so much. Passion fruit it is. Guys? Guys, what are we doing? What's going on?
Hey, D-Rez,
Yeah.
what do you do when you get bad news?
I sometimes I cry, I drink, maybe a little bit of weed. I don't know. It depends.
Distract yourself, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You distract. Yeah, that's right. All those.
Get some distractions going.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. I feel you. So, ladies, about that passion fruit. I'm back inside the kitchen.
So yeah, it's on. Megan is making calls. She's excitedly
She's
telling her crew about it, and they're going about the business of organizing a Sucker Punch Saturday at the villa.
That's awesome.
And it is 5:00.
Okay.
Cool.
Call it a day.
Yeah, great session.
Yeah, fantastic. Very. It's definitely thrown us off with that. Yeah.
But it also gave us some good direction, I feel like, too. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you definitely threw me for a curve there. I was just like, oh snap, shit, what would D-Rez do? And D-Rez would be like, I don't want to die, and there's so much coming at me, and I'm like, yeah, that was good. I really enjoyed the session. It did make sense with, like, Megan coming over and Shibu hanging out with Megan and doing the video. I love it. It's great.
Absolutely.
So I kind of stole this idea from the last game I played with D-Rez, his D&D game, about kind of separating the group artificially and info bombing you. Curious to how it would play out.
It did make me feel. I already told you I don't like authoritative figures, and when Frank singled me out and how it played out, I really didn't enjoy that, and even more so what you just told me. Yeah, I enjoyed the whole dynamic, like Highlander and Havoc. Just keep on looking, like it was great. Not giving a shit. On point. Like that's what someone in Cyberpunk would do. It was good
You
times.
should hear what we were talking about. Like,
Oh shit.
That's what I'm curious about.
Oh man.
I'm dying to know. I basically just I listened to last week's game
Mm-hmm.
and basically like replayed your whole conversation with Frank so I could know what you guys were thinking about what was going on,
Mm.
and just basically jotted down like 4 or 5 ideas
Yeah,
to run with, and
great.
this is what came out of it, and I'm blown away.
Great. It was great because you starting off with when you told Miz about the you see a contraption, you think it's a scanner but you don't know, and you took that and you're like, oh, D-Res, let's see what the fuck is in his little body, his body. That is good. I enjoyed this whole thing. Like, I really did. I am like, my character is very not D-Res and is very scattered right now. Is very for his life. Because I think if anyone, for that matter, except for Highlander, because I know he'd be like, Valhalla! But anybody else, I would be a little bit scared, especially if he told me that I'm just like, some gutter kid in the, that they picked up. And I'm telling you one story, and they're telling me one story, and you're telling me another story. It's very jarring to the mental mind to have 3 outcomes of people telling you where you came from.
This is what you get for having a backstory in one of my games.
I know. It's great. It's great. But yeah, anything that D-Res is doing, is definitely of him, of his not mentally there 100%. With what he just heard. Havoc, awesome that you're back, sir. I was telling Romeo, I was like, we had that one session and it was such a high that I was like, I'm ready for everyone to come back, and then that happened. I was like, damn it. I wanted the energy from everyone again. But you were missed, so thank you for coming back on.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, we're glad to have you, fella.
Well,
Thank you.
it's interesting where Havoc plays into your backstory, I think.
It is, yeah, very much so.
What I was trying to say, which I forgive me if I did not illustrate it clearly enough. Everything Havoc told me in his backstory is true.
Okay.
But I also had to tell D-Res everything he told me with his backstory is true. And then make those meet. And they're obviously overlaid.
It's
so
true.
I just kind of went with it like, okay, they're overlaid. They're telling people the same thing, and that's true in this world. So I tried to figure out what the out with that story was, and this is this is what I came up with. That he arrived in the Night City basically 2 days after Havoc came back and reclaimed this property. And he shows up with basically the same story, and everyone's like, oh?
Yeah.
So
it played out good. It's even more effed up than the more I think about the beginning sessions where you're like, yeah, you have a place and you have, there's pictures of your parents and stuff like that. I just think about it and I'm like, okay, hold on, wait. You just told me that. I'm like, who the fuck just put those pictures of my parents in my room or my apartment, right? Like, it's either those pictures are true, or the Havoc has the ones that Havoc has of his family are true. So yeah, what is real basically?
As far as you know, those were your pictures.
Yeah, and as far as yeah, and so messed up, dude. So messed up.
So yeah, Megan calls Frank and make sure everything's kosher with him, and he's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys won't burn the house down now, will you? And says, have fun and party. The place is yours. The owner's out of town right now, but he's sure that he wouldn't mind any guests of Frank's. So you guys can crash here and invite all the droogs up.
Oh, snap. It's gonna be a rager. Awesome. I'm gonna stop the recording here and